time of day. It would time of day.
All right, well, good evening, everyone. My name is AThomas, and this is my persuasive speech called The Brain and the Beat. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been surrounded by music. I've been singing here, playing instruments there, and there's been singing schools and music camps somewhere in the middle. I remember one of the highlights of my elementary days was going to music class with Miss Suzanne and singing there. It's where I felt I truly belonged, and it's what inspired me to take this course and become a music teacher. In a 2003 Gallup poll mentioned in Olivia Hawke's essay on asu.edu, 95% of Americans believe that music is a key component in a child's well-rounded education. 80% of these respondents agree that music makes the participants smarter. 78% believe that learning a musical instrument helps a student perform better in other subject areas. And 88% believe that the participation in music teaches these children discipline. These days, we hear of schools closing down their music programs, and this is becoming a major problem. The percentage of children with access to music has gone down 50% between the years of 2005 and 2010. Children who are musically gifted are not getting the opportunities they need to develop their talents and the outlet they need to help them with their studies. Music is more than just pretty sounds or nice pastime. Research has shown that it aids in kids' academic studies, their social life, and their success in life after high school. So what are we going to do to fix this problem? Well, simply put, we can get music back in schools. We've seen how it provides each student with an opportunity to excel where they're gifted. Musicforall.org cites a neurological research that reports enhanced abstract reasoning and higher brain functions required for math and science and engineering. The website also cited a 2-year Swiss study that involved 1,200 students from 50 schools and showed better language, reading, and social skills in these children due to their music program. The National Education Latitudinal Study of 1988 found that these music students received more A's and B's and more awards than their non-music students, according to the childrensmusicworkshop.com. And then we have the National Association for Music Education, and they share that music teaches the same values as sports. So children who aren't necessarily athletically gifted will actually have an opportunity to learn values such as teamwork and discipline in an area where they are more comfortable. Music encourages school enjoyment and lower stress. We refer back to the Swiss study and see that they also proved that children enjoy school more and had lower stress levels when there was music programs provided. Music also kept kids engaged in school and helps them succeed in other subjects. But despite all these wonderful benefits that we see in music, some still take issue with the cost effectiveness, and others say that it can distract from their other academic studies. Advocacy for musiced.com mentioned a few opposing views, but for the sake of time, we'll only mention 2. We're going to look at the financial issues. A study by the National Association for Music Merchants tells us that music in schools only costs about $187 per student annually. Eric Kalup on oureverydaylife.com suggests that we do fundraisers, find private sources, and that there are government and private aid grants that can benefit the music programs financially. In regard to that, some think that it is distracting from other academic studies. We can look back at the neurological research and the Swiss study and see that it actually improves our academics and creates better study habits. At the beginning of our academic journey, we all started in kindergarten by what? Singing our ABCs. And this is association between music and learning that some kids just never forget. So where we can look into the future for this is that if music gets put back in schools, we may see increases in enrollment and higher test scores. Now I looked on educatortechnology.com and I found this lovely little infographic by the University of Florida, and it states all the benefits of music education, but one that I pulled out was that for low-income kids, the music program got to where they had higher GPAs, they were 5 times less likely to drop out of high school, and they scored higher on writing and science. Kids stay engaged in school and have a more enjoyable time with this, and because of that enjoyable time, they're able to achieve in other subjects. Now we look at the National Association for Music Educators again, and see that music in schools can actually help kids experience success in society. Kids in music programs are less likely to abuse substance. It also contributed to their intellectual development. And this prepares students for the 21st century workforce, where our new economy has actually created more artistic jobs that may grow faster than others in the future. So now that we see that music touches nearly every area of our lives, what are we going to do to keep it in our schools? Well, there are the sponsorship routes that we can take, where you can buy the instruments for children, the music they need to perform, or the uniforms they're going to wear. But you can also do fundraisers that will be able to help financially. But we look here and we see that Joe Lamon, the president and CEO of the National Association of Music Merchants, said that we cannot sell a child's education short for what is just pennies on a dollar. Music education is among the best investment we can make in our schools and for our children. And we're going to end the quote there. By taking all these avenues of ways that we can help provide funds for our music education, we can do this and aid and ease whatever financial burden that may be posing a problem, and thus save our music program. And on a personal note, one day this will help me have an easier time finding a job. So let's break the silence and fill the schoolyard with music again.